Michelle, why did you have me turned away?
What are you talking about? I had an important family meeting for the wedding today, and I just asked the staff not to let strangers into the venue.
I'm your brother's wife, and your parents also asked me to attend.
What? My parents asked you to come? That's strange. I don't remember us discussing inviting you.
Because you walked right past me in the lobby, didn't you? You looked directly at me.
Oh, that woman who looked obviously uneducated and stupid? That was actually you, Amanda? I thought it was just some random person who wandered in.
Stupid? How can you say that to family?
There's no one on my side or his side who's a middle school graduate, or someone who's stupid and didn't receive a proper education. So I just thought you were a stranger. If you're family, you should wear a big name tag or something and write your full name on it.
There's no way I could do that. It's a venue with a dress code. And that's incredibly insulting.
Of course, it's a top-tier restaurant that he and I picked out. Did you really think a middle school graduate could get into a top-tier restaurant? They have standards, you know. You probably don't know anything about manners anyway, right? Like which fork to use for which course, or how to properly address the sommelier. I mean, coming alone without my brother is pretty shameless, don't you think? It just screams, I don't belong here.
Your brother had urgent work and will be about 30 minutes late, so rather than have both of us arrive late, I thought at least I should be there, so I went ahead.
Well, if my brother had been there, I might have had to let you in, so honestly, it was lucky that you came alone. It made everything so much simpler.
Lucky? Lucky that you could humiliate me?
Because it was easy to turn you away when you were alone. I could make up any excuse. The staff doesn't know every single family member, and you certainly don't look like you belong to our family.
But I just wanted to say hello to your fiancé's family. Your dad even contacted me asking if something happened. He was worried when I wasn't inside. Your mother was looking for me too.
Just tell him honestly that as a middle school graduate, you couldn't get into the fancy restaurant. Tell him you were turned away because you didn't meet the standards to enter the restaurant. It's not a lie, is it? The restaurant does have standards, and you clearly didn't meet them.
You've always looked down on me because of my education, but honestly, we kept it to minimal contact, and I was fine with that. I never pushed to be closer. I respected your distance.
How generous of you. Honestly, I wish you'd divorce my brother and cut ties with our family. It would make everything so much easier. Then I wouldn't have to explain to people why my sister-in-law never went to college.
But at an official occasion where both families meet before the wedding, not even trying to keep up appearances is something I absolutely can't accept. This wasn't just about me. This was about your parents, your brother, and both families. You made them all look bad. I'm going to tell my husband about this.
Go ahead and tell my brother. It doesn't bother me at all. Tattling is such middle school thinking, it's hilarious. This is why middle school graduates are called bottom feeders. You never matured past a certain point. You're so lucky you married my brother. At least you get to live a decent life instead of being at the bottom. Otherwise, where would you be right now? Probably working some minimum wage job, living paycheck to paycheck. Anyway, I have to go now. I have an important family meeting. Goodbye.
No, I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up. No, I don't take shit. I got no love.
Nice to meet you. I'm Steven, Michelle's fiancé. I'm contacting you because I want to talk about the wedding with Michelle. You're Michelle's brother's wife, right?
If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this,
Hello. I'm technically Michelle's sister-in-law. I've only heard about the wedding through my husband, and after the family meeting incident, I was told I don't need to interact with Michelle.
I heard about the meeting. You were turned away, right?
That's right. Michelle told the staff I was a complete stranger she didn't know, and had me turned away.
I do think that was quick thinking on Michelle's part. She prevented an awkward situation.
What do you mean? An awkward situation for whom?
I heard from Michelle that you're actually a middle school graduate. Is that true?
So what? What does my education have to do with attending a family meeting?
Do you know about manners? Proper etiquette for formal occasions?
I think I understand them to a reasonable common sense degree.
Common sense degree? What level is that anyway? Being a middle school graduate means you either didn't have the brains to go to high school or didn't have the money. Or both. It's probably both. I mean, let's be realistic here. Not being able to afford to go to high school in this day and age must be only poor people who couldn't invest in education.
If you contacted me just to have this kind of conversation, I suppose we have nothing more to discuss. I don't need to be insulted by someone I've never met.
Running away without even hearing the main point. That's exactly what I'd expect from a middle school graduate. Just like Michelle told me, no ability to handle difficult conversations. Well, let's just calm down and talk. You're probably just a housewife relying on her brother-in-law's income since you're a dropout, right? Since you have so much free time, you can spare some time to listen to me, right? It's not like you have anywhere important to be.
I'm actually working. And that's disrespectful to stay-at-home parents. Stay-at-home parents are busy too. They work just as hard as anyone else.
Yeah, sure. Folding laundry is work. Okay, for someone as busy as you, I'll get straight to the point. Could you not come to the wedding?
What do you mean?
Don't come to the wedding! Can't you understand such simple words? Even for a dropout, you're at the absolute bottom if you can't understand that! How much clearer could I make this?
I understand what you're saying, but I'm family of the bride, and I've been formally invited. Your in-laws invited me.
The invitation was sent by Michelle's dad without our permission, right? Neither Michelle nor I want you there, so please don't come. We're trying to have a classy, elegant affair, and your presence would, well, let's just say it wouldn't match the ambience.
Is this because I'm a middle school graduate? Is that really the only reason?
You understand perfectly. Not to brag or anything, but I work at a really popular company right now. It's an IT company. You've probably never heard of it. Founded 10 years ago with constantly rising profits. For the past 3 years, annual sales have exceeded $10 million. We develop apps that everyone knows about and other things. We're industry leaders in our field. We set trends, not follow them.
Is it double a corporation by any chance?
Oh, did Michelle tell you? See, it's a company everyone knows, right? I'm an elite there. I graduated from a prestigious private university and scored top in the entrance exam and gave a speech at the orientation ceremony.
That's impressive. I hear the hiring competition gets tougher every year. Double a corporation is very selective.
Even an uneducated dropout like you knows it, so it must be a really famous company. We only hire the best of the best, so I don't want low-level people attending the wedding of an elite like me. Michelle's brother is a college graduate and works at a well-known company, so he passes, but you fail, so please don't come. It's really that simple. We're creating a certain atmosphere.
Both you and Michelle are really obsessed with education, aren't you? Is it really the only measure of a person's worth?
Of course! College degree minimum. It's the bare minimum for being considered a functional adult. Everyone in my family is a college graduate, and we have a high level of culture. Michelle and her family are also college graduates, so their cultural level is acceptable. We're inviting our company's CEO, too, so having someone unsuitable at a wedding full of high-level people would be embarrassing for you, too, right? You wouldn't even understand half the conversations happening. People will be discussing market trends, investment strategies, academic research. You'd be completely lost.
You're sending an invitation to the company's CEO?
I asked through my supervisor to have the CEO attend. I'm a valuable asset to the company, and considering my future potential, they'll definitely attend. Only high-level people like that can attend our wedding, so you absolutely cannot come. Do you see now why this is such a mismatch?
If I receive an invitation, I'll attend. That's what family does.
We won't send you an invitation. Your brother-in-law's invitation will only have his name on it. +1 won't be included. We'll make sure of that.
I see. Understood.
If by any chance an invitation arrives in your hands, feel free to come, though you'll be the one who's embarrassed. If that's okay with you, do as you please, but don't say I didn't warn ya!
If I don't receive an invitation, I won't go. But if I receive an invitation, I'll attend.
Coming to the wedding without even having an invitation. That's just hilarious. Why did you come? How did you even get past the front desk?
I came because I received an invitation with my name on it.
That's impossible. There's no seat for a bottom-feeder dropout like you. So go home. You're going to ruin everything. My fiancé, who graduated from a top private university, doesn't want to be congratulated by someone with low education.
Then I'm going to fire the groom.
Huh? Fire? What are you talking about? There's no way you could do that. You don't have that kind of power. You're nobody.
Why couldn't I do that? What makes you think I don't have that authority?
You're just an ordinary person, and on top of that, a middle school graduate with no abilities could never affect Steven's employment.
I told you, didn't I, that I received an invitation, a very specific kind of invitation.
No, we didn't send you an invitation. We made sure of that.
But I did receive one. From your future husband, through his supervisor.
Huh? Through his supervisor? But the only person Steven sent an invitation that way should only be the CEO of AA. Wait, no.
Actually, I am the CEO of AA. Co-CEO, to be precise.
That's impossible. You're lying. This is some kind of sick joke.
Actually, there's me and one other person, a co-founder. It's a company I started with a friend.
You're Steven's company's CEO?
The 2 A's in AA are from mine and my friend's initials. My name starts with A, and my friend's last name starts with A, so I'm the CEO of his company. Or rather, he's an employee at my company.
I never heard about this. You never told anyone. This has to be a lie.
I only realized this the other day when I texted with Steven. You see, Michelle, you never told Steven anything about me, did you? You only told him I was unemployed and a housewife dependent on my husband's income, right? So he believed that too. He had no reason to question it.
But I never heard you were running a company. I told him your name and everything. He gave a speech at orientation, so he should know what the CEO looks like.
I was turned away at the family meeting, so I never met Steven, so we remained unaware of each other. Besides, I still use my maiden name at work. My legal name changed when I married, but professionally, I kept my original name. Both you and Steven seem like education supremacists. So you probably couldn't believe a middle school graduate could be a CEO. The idea probably never even crossed your minds.
So you really are Steven's company's CEO? You'll really fire him? Please, you can't do that!
But I have that authority. As co-CEO, I have full authority over hiring and firing. There wasn't even a seat prepared for me. And my husband is beyond angry. He's appalled. So we're leaving without attending. I wanted to at least give you a wedding gift. But the bit of congratulatory feelings I had left have all dried up. I can't celebrate something where I'm not welcome.
Wait! Please wait! I never imagined you were the company's CEO!
Because I'm a middle school graduate, right? That's why you never imagined it. But I had something I wanted to do. So, after graduating middle school, I went into society to learn various things, studied business management through real-world experience, and now I'm realizing everything I wanted to do at my own company. Together with my friend and colleagues who've been with me since we founded it, I also have a wonderful husband who understands and supports my work. Your parents support me too. They've always been proud of what I've accomplished.
Mom and Dad knew you were the CEO? They never said anything. Why didn't they tell me?
Of course, I properly explained my work when I got married. It's important to be honest with family.
So only Steven and I didn't know? Everyone else knew but us? This is humiliating!
As for what happens next, my husband says we can't overlook this, so both he and I will only have the bare minimum contact with you two from now on.
Huh? Bare minimum? What does that mean?
Well then, have a lovely wedding. My husband and I are leaving. Goodbye, Michelle.
Wait, Amanda! Amanda, please respond to my texts. Please talk to me. This is my once-in-a-lifetime request. I'll do anything. Just please respond.
A once-in-a-lifetime request can only be used once in a lifetime, so keep that in mind. Use it wisely.
Amanda, I sincerely apologize for all my rudeness up until now. I hope we can get along even better as family from now on. Please forgive me, and I look forward to our continued relationship. I was wrong about everything.
What's this about? Sending me a form letter message like this? What do you want from me? This doesn't sound sincere at all.
Please reconsider firing Steven, and please tell Mom and Dad that I apologized to you, and you forgave me. Please, I'm begging you.
The firing is already decided and can't be reversed, and I won't lie to your parents, so I decline. I'm not going to misrepresent the situation.
Please, Mom and Dad told me they're cutting me off. And won't let me set foot in the house again. They said I embarrassed the family. They said they raised me better than this.
So, without their financial support for the wedding, that must be tough. You must be in a difficult position now.
Huh? How do you know about that?
I heard from my husband. He talks to your parents regularly. You and your husband have no savings, but you had too much pride and booked a venue beyond your means. You thought you'd manage with the wedding gifts, but the numbers didn't work out, right?
Because you left. You ruined everything. My brother left too, and when Steven's relatives found out I hadn't prepared a seat for you, and that you were Steven's company's CEO, not only did they all shun me, but the other people from Steven's company we invited also left, saying if the CEO wasn't attending, they'd defer to you. They followed you out like you were royalty. It was so embarrassing.
So, you didn't receive as many wedding gifts as expected? That's unfortunate.
Almost everyone left, and it wasn't even a proper ceremony. The venue was half empty. Other people also refused the gifts because Mom, Dad, and Steven's parents turned them down, so it all became our burden. We're stuck paying for everything. We don't have any savings. We're drowning in debt.
I thought there would be some consequences, but I didn't expect it to go that far. That's more severe than I imagined.
Someone leaked the texts between you and Steven and me to both sets of parents, and we can't rely on our parents anymore. They're disgusted with us. You tattled, didn't you? Then take responsibility and fix this for us. You caused this mess.
I didn't say anything, and I didn't show your parents the text conversation either. I wouldn't do that.
That's a lie. Then why do they know about the content? Where we made fun of you for being a middle school graduate. How else would they know? You must have told them.
I only showed the text conversation to one person. Just one.
Who? Tell me who? Was it one of the guests?
To your brother. That's all.
My brother?
He's my husband. I showed it to him once for consultation, but that's all. I needed his advice on how to handle the situation. He's family to both of us.
No way. He showed Mom and Dad? How could he do that to me? I'm his sister.
Besides, the text conversation was definitely your statements, so I think you're getting what you deserve. The same goes for your husband's firing. These are consequences of your own actions.
What do you mean? Steven worked so hard. He's dedicated to that company.
It's true he was expected enough to give a speech at orientation when he joined, but over the past 5 years, his work attitude has become increasingly arrogant, affecting those around him to a problematic degree, so he's been on our watch list for a while. We've had multiple complaints from other employees as well.
That's a lie, right? But he's such an elite on the path to success. He said he was up for a promotion.
He'd change project schedules his whole department was following on his own whim. Go to meet important people at client companies without appointments. And only work with people who graduated from universities he approved of, regardless of seniority. He refused to collaborate with team members from lesser schools. As a result, he was removed from big projects and important work. And eventually, he'd stick his nose into areas outside his responsibility and cause chaos. So honestly, it was decided that the next time he messed up, he'd be fired. The wedding incident was just the final straw.
No way. This is completely different from what he told me.
His self-evaluation is high, and his pride is high, so I don't think he's suited to be an employee. So even without the wedding issue, he was already set to be fired, so this won't be reversed. It's not my personal feelings, it's the company's decision. My co-founder and I discussed this extensively, and the HR department agreed.
So he's unemployed, we'll have no income, and we'll have to take out loans we can't afford to pay for the wedding? How will we survive? What are we going to do?
Before worrying about education, I think you should reconsider how to communicate with people. This is advice from someone older, but in the end, no one can live alone. So you need to become someone who can be helped when you need it. You know the saying, kindness to others is kindness to yourself. The way you treat people comes back to you.
Won't you help us? Please, Amanda. Just please help us.
My husband and I have no intention of getting involved with you anymore. I was turned away at the family meeting, had no seat at the wedding. I don't want to experience any more unpleasantness. Even though I run a company, being a middle school graduate is still a fact, and you hate dropouts, don't you? So, to avoid both of us feeling bad, I think it's best if we don't interact.
No way. You can't just abandon me. At least talk to Mom and Dad for me. If this continues, even if I leave Steven and divorce him, I'll have nowhere to go. Amanda! This is my once-in-a-lifetime request. Please help me.
The unemployed couple, my sister-in-law and her husband, couldn't sustain their lifestyle, and now they're both working multiple part-time jobs to make ends meet. Michelle is considering divorce and has tried multiple times to negotiate with her in-laws, hoping to return to her parents' home, but turned away every time. They tell her to grow up by weathering society's storms.
Thank you for watching all the way until the end. If you felt good after watching this video, please like the video. If not, please leave a comment and give us your feedback. Also, don't forget to subscribe. Your comments and likes help this channel grow. We hope you enjoy our other stories as well.